A must, okay? It's Master Studies by Joe Morello. I suggest what you do, though, work in the George Lawrence Stone book, Stick Control. But this is definitely a must. Everybody, loves using stick control, but they hate using accents and rebounds. All right? This book is a must. Once you get the system down where, whether you're using downstrokes or upstrokes, this book is fantastic. Then you can put accents on anything. For the drum set, I recommend Charlie Parry's book. Everybody goes, how can I play this? Where can I get a book where I can, I'm just learning how to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, and also learn how to do the hi-hat and not do 9,000 solos and, I said, well, get the Charlie Parry book. This was a Henry Adler book. In fact, this was my copy. It's now on Alfred. They are available. Sam Ash has them, and if they don't have it in stock, they will definitely order it. Use book 1 and 2. I use this with my students. Another book which is good for the drum set. This is by Glenn Segalia and Dom Famularo, Eighth Note Rock and Beyond. Okay, this book can be used for, moving into the rock drumming and also for open-handed playing. And that's also Wisdom Media, which is distributed by Alfred. Here's the book that I was talking about, the 2 to 50, Dom Famularo, It's Your Move. Wrote this with Joe Bergamini. Another great book. For your feet. I always say use whatever books you've got, but Don, Joe Bergamini, and Stephen Chamberlain came up with a great book called Pedal Control. And it has all different diagrams and exercises and ways to move the feet and how to get stronger and really articulate. This is also on Wisdom. It's also distributed by Alfred. Another book, The Weaker Side. Okay, I had a teacher years ago out in West Hampton. His name was Bud Lemsador, and he wrote a book, how to strengthen the left hand. Well, this is basically what they're doing here in this book, The Weaker Side. So for left-handed drummers, it's good for the right hand. Once again, Wisdom Media, distributed by Alfred. Another book, Joe Casadas. Okay, Rhythmic Patterns for the Modern Drummer. This book will help you get around the set. A lot of times I see people come into the shop and they're playing and I see the difficulty about trying to get around the drum set. This book is the way to go. This will basically, Joe's got a lot of good exercises in here, also patterns. This also was a Henry Adler book. It's now on Alfred. It's still available. And another book, besides the Eighth Note and Beyond, Advanced Rock Drumming, Complete Method by Roy Burns. Another great book, another Adler book. Very easy, very good to comprehend it. And basically, a lot of the stuff that we're still playing was written in these books. Okay? And of course, the book, the daddy of them all, the Chapin book. Oh. I've been working on Chapin's book since 1973. All right? For those that go to YouTube and all, I did a thing. Dom asked me to do a little tribute to Jim. And I talked about how, the first time I met Jim and the first time I heard about the Chapin book. And it was basically, I read an article, it was an interview with Spencer Dryden, the drummer of the Jefferson Airplane. A lot of people don't know that Spencer was actually a jazz drummer, okay? And he used to teach drums. And one day a student came to take a lesson. He says, here, I want to learn out of this. And he looks at it, and of course, it's the Chapin book. I am working on this book now with Dom Famularo. I have played it already right-handed. Now I'm doing it open-handed. I'm playing the ride cymbal with the left hand. So it's a challenge. It's a great little book. Jim starts out nice and easy, and then progresses on and on and on. All right? I'm going to show you a couple more things up here so you can actually see it. In the Stone book, on the first page, there's exercise. Let's see, what do I say here? Okay. It's in the single beat combination. It's on the first page. If you play line 6, you can play that book and master studies and accents and rebounds with no problem. And it's this one where you're going right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. It's that one. And what happens later on in accents and rebounds, and also in Joe's book, just adding the accents to it. But if you can do this, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, the book is very easy to do. Because later on, like I said, in Joe's 2 books, also in the accents and rebounds, that pattern comes up again. Another rudiment that is really good to use, and you could use that pattern, but it's also the paradiddle. Paradiddles are neat. There was an interview with Roy Burns where he mentions when he goes to study with Henry Adler, Henry says, well, play a paradiddle for me. And you know, Roy Burns is playing it, and then Henry goes, well, can't you do it like this? And then he says, well, also try to put the accents on the second beat. Okay? He did the same thing to me, all right? I had already been playing for about, I guess, good 15 years, and when I finally got to study with Henry, he said, well, you play pretty good, but play a paradiddle, and I'm killing myself. That's how he used to check to see where he had to start with his students. And I'm going to show you some stuff in a little bit. Paradiddles are really good. You can play a lot of impressive, cool things on the drum set with it. Joe also showed me a thing in the stick control, where he goes, what he did, on page 7, he combines lines 3 and 15, and 4 and 16, and you play across. And that's, you know, he was funny. He says, Stone wrote this book wrong. He says, he's telling you to play downwards. He says, you play across. And that's another thing. When you're using the Stone stick control book, play across. You don't have to just play it down. Go back and forth, and it works really cool. And there's some stuff in that book as well. It's not just for, you know, exercises. You can apply it to the set.